Voyager 1 has just detected something in deep space that defies explanation. Drifting far beyond the sun's reach, this aging spacecraft has intercepted signals unlike anything we've ever encountered. It's not a planet, not a star, it's something else. Something that seems to whisper from the void. Scientists are scrambling to decode the mystery, racing against time before Voyager's dwindling signal fades into silence forever. Stay tuned, because this discovery could redefine what we know about the universe. At the distant edge where the solar system's influence fades into interstellar space, Voyager picked up an anomaly. Not a rock, not a planet, and certainly not a pulsar or a supernova. What it found was strange, emitting faint, almost ghostly signals. Like a voice carried on the winds of space. And these signals? Nothing like them has ever been recorded. Whatever Voyager has uncovered isn't natural, and it isn't random. It felt intentional, like it had been waiting all along, expecting us to arrive. Space is a constant sea of electromagnetic chatter. Everything out there is speaking in waves, quasars, the remnants of dead stars, ancient supernovae, all humming their own cosmic melodies. But what Voyager encountered was off-key. The signal wasn't coming from any known source, and it wasn't following any patterns we've ever documented. No rhythm, no clear logic, just waves of energy behaving in ways that defy what we know. Almost as if it was interacting with its environment. The most baffling part? Its frequency is completely alien. It doesn't fall within the usual spectrum of natural space phenomena, and it's nothing like the radio waves we're familiar with. That has scientists genuinely puzzled, because this might be something entirely new. Could this be a form of matter we've never encountered before? For years, physicists have speculated about exotic matter, something that defies the known laws of physics, but no one has ever observed it directly. Maybe Voyager just did. Perhaps it stumbled upon a relic from the dawn of time, a fragment left over from the Big Bang, silently drifting through the cosmos until now. Then there's the other possibility, the one that grabs attention fast. What if it's not natural at all? What if it's technology? A machine, not born, but built. The idea of alien tech lurking in the depths of space sounds like pure science fiction, yet whatever this thing is, it doesn't fit into any known natural category. And it's emitting signals, as if it wants to be discovered. The catch? Voyager is more than 14 billion miles away. Each message takes over 20 hours to reach Earth. Communicating with it is like talking across time. Every command has to be carefully calculated, because by the time we hear back, nearly 2 days have gone by. Voyager itself is a relic of another era, launched in the 1970s, built with technology that wouldn't come close to matching the power of a modern smartphone. The fact that it's still functioning at all is nothing short of incredible. And yet, the mission continues. Scientists are poring over the data, running simulations, and testing theories, trying to solve the puzzle before Voyager moves too far away to help. For now, all they have are electromagnetic signals, subtle patterns they hope will reveal answers, what this object is, where it came from, and why it's just sitting out there, in the middle of nowhere. Voyager made a discovery, but it may only be the start. What else is hiding in the vastness between the stars? This finding has sparked renewed curiosity about the space between celestial bodies. Many still imagine it as a silent void, empty darkness stretching between planets and suns. But what if it isn't? What if the deep reaches of space hold more than we ever imagined? This strange object could be just a clue, suggesting that deep space might not be as empty as we once believed. There's even a possibility that this object hails from another galaxy. If that's the case, it could represent one of the first direct encounters with something originating beyond the Milky Way. Scientists still know very little about the vast, empty expanses between galaxies, those immense voids stretching between the grand spirals of stars. If this object emerged from such a place, it might carry secrets we've never even imagined to ask. Voyager, the only human-made probe drifting in that silent darkness, continues its lonely mission. Its aging instruments, barely functional, still manage to send back faint signals, whispers of something unusual. It has crossed into interstellar space, a realm no other human technology has reached. And now, it has stumbled upon something that shouldn't be there. This is the boundary where the solar wind fades into the pure emptiness of space, a frontier few truly understand. Yet something out there is emitting waves of energy, behaving in ways that defy all expectations. The data reveals unpredictable bursts of energy. Most cosmic objects follow reliable patterns. Pulsars tick with the precision of clocks, quasars shine with dazzling consistency. But this is different. Something didn't add up, and no one knew why. Then came Voyager 2, crossing the same boundary 6 years after Voyager 1. If the first reading had been a fluke, Voyager 2 would set the record straight. But instead, it detected the same strange anomaly. The magnetic field didn't change, even though the probe had clearly exited the sun's influence. It was like walking into the ocean and finding the water still dry. Scientists were baffled. The consequences? Enormous. The heliosphere, the vast bubble shaped by the sun's reach, might not behave the way we've always believed. Perhaps the interstellar magnetic field is entwined with ours in unexpected ways. Maybe our entire understanding of the solar boundary is flawed. Or perhaps, just perhaps, there's something out there in deep space we have yet to comprehend. What they uncovered wasn't just another dusty planet, but something straight out of a sci-fi nightmare. This is the incredible tale of the Soviet Union's obsession with Venus, and why they never returned. Known as Venera in Russian, Venus became the USSR's prime space experiment from 1961 to 1985. During that time, they sent 16 missions to Earth's infernal neighbor, eager to unravel its secrets. While Mars grabs all the attention today, back then Venus was the true mystery. Unlike Mars, which could be studied through a telescope and revealed itself as a cold, barren world, Venus was cloaked in thick, impenetrable clouds. What lay beneath them? Vast oceans? Lush jungles? Giant alien creatures? Some scientists imagine Venus as a prehistoric version of Earth, filled with swamps and strange life forms. Others, including Carl Sagan, warned of a far darker reality, a runaway greenhouse effect turning the planet into a blazing wasteland. There was only one way to know for sure. The Soviets launched their initial attempt in 1961 with 2 probes, Venera 1 and Venera 2. Their strategy was straightforward: send them toward Venus and hope for success. Unfortunately, both probes reached only about 60,000 miles from the planet before failing completely. No data was transmitted, no images were captured, just silence. Meanwhile, the Americans were seeing better outcomes. In 1962, NASA's Mariner 2 successfully flew past Venus, gathering the first reliable data that confirmed Carl Sagan's fears. Venus wasn't a tropical paradise, but a scorching, hostile furnace. Afterward, NASA shifted its focus primarily to Mars and the Moon. The Soviets, however, chose to push harder. Despite their early failures, their next missions aimed to be even more ambitious. Venus was not just unforgiving, it was relentless. These upcoming missions had to withstand extreme conditions and capture the first images from this alien inferno. By 1966, the Soviets had stepped up with Venera 3 and 4, larger, more robust probes equipped with advanced instruments. Staying true to Soviet resilience, Venera 3 became the first human-made object to crash onto another planet. It wasn't exactly a smooth touchdown, but it made history. Venera 4 managed to enter Venus's dense atmosphere and send back valuable data before being crushed like a soda can under the planet's extreme pressure. Venus's atmosphere wasn't just thick, it was incredibly harsh. The Soviets quickly grasped the severity of the environment. The surface pressure was comparable to being 3,000 feet underwater. Temperatures were high enough to melt lead. On top of that, the air was basically a toxic mix of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. Imagine clouds of battery acid. Yet, the Soviets weren't discouraged. They didn't see an impossible mission, they saw a challenge. In 1970, Venera 7 arrived equipped with stronger metal armor, extra cushioning, and a clever parachute design. Rather than deploying immediately, The parachute was meant to stay closed until the probe reached lower altitudes, where it would finally open. However, the chute failed, causing the probe to crash onto the surface at over 40 miles per hour.